This story takes you to the scorching heat of Namibia's desert, where the incredibly tough 250k race called Desert Ultra takes place. It's renowned as the world's hottest multi-stage race, and it pushes participants to their limits, both physically and mentally. Back in 2022, we had the chance to witness Christina's pursuit of greatness and her unwavering determination to break the barriers holding her back from achieving her dream of setting a new women's record. Desert Ultra is more than just a race. It serves as a testament to the strength that lies within each and every one of us.
I had some really exciting years as a runner. I beat the FKT up Mount Kilimanjaro. I came second at the World Marathon Challenge, but then came back the year after and won it. I did the Bob Graham round as well. So I felt I was on top. I felt like nothing could break me. And then I got injured. In my mind, the next thing was to do like a really fast marathon. So I did a lot of fast training on the road. And I got injured. And like my physio and the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong. I was just in so much pain. And I remember like one day I had a business meeting 1 kilometer away, and like all the others were walking. And I couldn't even walk 1 kilometer. I had to take my car. And like my mind was exploding. Like, I'm a runner and I can't even walk 1 kilometer. Yeah, that was frustrating. And I got really sad. Like a big part of my identity is to do sports, especially running. So when something forces you not to be able to run, do the thing you like, that's a hard thing to cope with in your head. And it really takes time, and it took me some time from, I had to be in these kind of sad emotions and go through the process where you do all the drills and exercises from your physio, you do all the scans and examinations with the doctors. I tried to do other stuff than running. The problem was I couldn't cycle. So I did a lot of boxing because I'm a former boxer. I did a lot of strength work and tried to figure out how I can, get my heart rate up and try to feel like I'm at least using my body. So I did a lot of boxing, and I think the boxing also helped me to clear my thoughts. So I can't just lay still. I can't do nothing. So it was really important for me to use like other kinds of sports than running. So the reason why I got injured was like COVID messed up my mind. Like all the races got cancelled, and I was like, okay, in 3 months I need to peak because the world is opening up, and then cancelled. Okay, 3 months cancelled. Then in the fall cancelled, and then I decided let's do a fast marathon. And I did the training wrong. I overestimated myself. Got injured, then like slowly came back, and then I got injured one more time in my hip. So in less than a year, I got injured twice, simply because I trained the wrong way.
Hvordan går det?
Jeg er frustreret. Jeg er ked af det, jeg er nede, jeg er desperat, jeg er frustreret, jeg håber på gode nyheder, men jeg prøver også ligesom at forberede mig på det værste.
Ja.
Jeg løb 3 kilometer på løbebånd i lørdags som en test. Min fys har sagt, at jeg skulle lave, og fandt ud af, at jeg kan jo mere elevation der er på, jo bedre, og jo højere kadence. Altså sådan, jo flere skridt jeg tager, jo bedre. Men det gør sådan set bare ondt.
Ja.
Det er ikke sådan, smerten er uudholdelig, men det er sådan en type af smerte, hvor jeg kan mærke, altså der er noget galt, ikke? Der er et eller andet. Det er ikke ligesom en brækket hånd eller et brækket ben. Der er noget inde i hoften der, som ikke er, som det skal være. Så det er hårdt.
Ja.
Like my second injury forced me to, have a look like, what do I want to do? What type of runner am I? And I'm a multi-stage runner. I'm not a fast road marathoner. So after my second injury, I took it slow with my training, and accepted that my body wasn't where my mind was. And that's a really hard thing to accept when you've been injured, that you cannot just jump back in your usual training schedule. You can't do 100 or 120 kilometers per week because your body needs to keep up. So I've managed to do that, to get ready for the desert. So I ran less kilometers than I wanted to, but I got through the training without any injuries. One of the really exciting things about getting ready for a multi-stage race is the preparation. And like when you live in Denmark, how do you prepare to get ready for a desert race? And we actually have a desert here in Denmark. It's not hot, but we have lots of sand, lots of soft sand. So it's way up north, and it's called Rubjerg Knude. And we have dunes. We have all the uncomfortable soft sand. That's really hard to run in. But the more you train in these conditions, the better you get, and the more confident I get towards the Desert Ultra. So I drove a lot back and forth to train at the Rubjerg Knude. So a week before going up there, I received the best phone call. It was Mille. She's one of my very good friends. She works in the Danish television industry, and she asked if she could join me in Namibia. And I was like, yeah, we're going to find a spot for you on the media team. And I felt like so lucky to bring one of my best friends for this adventure. I also knew Mille was going to help all the other participants at the race. She's always smiling, cheerful, good humor. So yeah, it was good for everyone in the race that Mille came along. The night before, we get a race briefing from the race director, we get a medical briefing from the doctors, and we get all our mandatory kit checked. So you have to have special items to be able to run the race. So all of that we get checked the night before the race, and then we sleep in the tents, and then the next morning, boom, we're off.
All right, we all good to go? Cool. Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to the 2022 Desert Ultra. Let's get a round of applause, huh? Yeah. It's very exciting to be here. Obviously, the last two iterations of this were canceled. As I just mentioned a second ago, my history with this race, I ran the race in 2018, was the race director in 2019, and here I am again this year. So I love this place very much. You're going to figure that out very quickly based off of how I talk about it. But I'm just going to take you through what to expect, a little bit about the course, kind of the rules, how things run here. A lot of you are very familiar with how we do things, so you're already going to know a lot of what I'm going to say, but we'll go through it, and then any questions I'm happy to answer, and we'll go from there. Also, at the end of this, will do a very quick briefing on your trackers, and then Chris, our head medic, is going to give you guys a medical briefing as well.
What will happen if something goes wrong? and underneath I've written death. If something goes wrong in this beautifully dangerous environment, we really are in trouble. The 6 of us, our medical bags, and you are all we have to sort out a medical problem. The nearest hospital, once we've got to you, the nearest hospital is probably a 3-hour ride on the back of a pickup truck. I say hospital. The nearest thing after that, which is a proper hospital, is another 3 or 4 hours. So you're looking at a whole day of travel to what I would call, and what most Europeans would call, a proper hospital, and what we would expect from a hospital. So it gets a bit happier after this bit, once I've got the death bit out of the way. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the 4 Bs. And the 4 Bs are, so it's bottles, blisters, bowels, and beasts. So the bottles, just going to talk very quickly about hydration, electrolytes, and your nutrition. Very, very quickly. You will underestimate your requirement for water, particularly on the first day. No matter how much you're experienced, how much you've studied, how much you've practiced, our experience is that you will almost certainly underestimate how much water you need. And we expect to see that on the first day.
So this is sunset before the first stage tomorrow, and I can feel I get a bit emotional by sitting here. I'm so excited to get started, to race. This is my comeback race on the multi-stage race scene, and I'm so hungry, but I'm also really overwhelmed by the beautiful and dangerous nature here. And when you look around, you can actually see like the second checkpoint of stage 1 between the 2 mountains. And it's also clear, it's so pure, it's so untouched. And this area has been around for like forever. And now we're here, I'm here, and it just like reminds me of how small I am, but also like all the possibilities, all the options we have in life. And I don't take that for granted, not at all.
Today we are beginning the Desert Ultra in 2022. It's stage 1. We're going to begin by sending the runners off. There's 2 mountains kind of right next to each other and an area that goes right through. So we tell the runners just take off, head through the center of that. Don't worry about course markings. However you make your way there, just go through the center of the mountain. Then they're going to hit kind of a winding, single track, rocky riverbed area. It's very pretty. They wind their way through that, and they're on some dirt trails for a while, and then eventually they'll pop up onto a dirt road and follow that dirt road for many kilometers. So on the day, it's about 51 kilometers for the race, and this is one of the longer stages, not the longest, but it's a good one to kick off such a beautiful race, and I think they're really going to love it.
Stage 1 of the Desert Ultra, I was so excited to get started, and like we just had to find our way through towards 2 rocks where we would find checkpoint 2, and the terrain was really tricky actually, and I bruised my legs, but it was amazing to be back in the multi-stage races, and my body cooperated, my legs felt great, and the heat wasn't that intense like in the morning.
Hey Bernard. Cool. Ça va? Parfait.
Hey,
Good
nice
face show,
running.
Jordan. Yeah.
I think you were faster, but I took
Yeah.
a more straight line.
You're the best.
Beautiful.
You look beautiful.
Nice.
Nice work, looking good. Keep it up.
Brother nice. Go, Christina. Hey.
Bye-bye.
So right now she's actually racing and she was not supposed to race. But that's the thing in between a runner and a champ, that her mindset is so good that she can't stop racing because she really wants to be first. So I actually think Bernard is helping her right now to keep up the pace. Which is good.
Me and the French guy Bernard, we I think we came to checkpoint 2 around the same time, and after that I just made up my mind that I want to win this stage. So I took off and I left Bernard, and then the heat came in. But stage 1, perfect execution, and I was so happy. And I just, basically the whole way, I was just thankful for being there. I was able to run, and I didn't feel anything about any injuries whatsoever.
Respirator?
Yeah, give her a spray. If you want to dunk your hat in some water, there's a bucket of water here.
I'm there. That checkpoint felt so good. It's getting really hot. And I'm feeling it. Only 9 kilometers? This is a very pleasant checkpoint, I thought. There's how many kilometers between this one and the last one?
8.
8? I just did 8? Hell yeah.
You're eating them for breakfast, Christina. You are just absolutely smashing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good job. Feel okay?
I do. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So and I managed to win the first stage overall, and I was over the moon, like so relieved and so happy at the same time. And you know, to take the overall lead was something I've never imagined.
Oh my god.
I was
Ah,
quite keen to do that.
oh my god. I'm so happy.
Har du gjort det i bedre tid, end du havde regnet med?
Ja.
Jeg holdt øje med dig. Okay.
I think I am. I'm just overwhelmed.
Du er så god. Du løber det så flot.
Tak.
Du er så langt over.
Hvor er det vildt.
Det er så sejt. Du løb det på under 6 timer.
Ja.
Hvor?
Ej, hvor er jeg glad. Jeg har været så nervøs for gamle skader. I've been worried about like old injuries, but I feel really good.
Sorry, we haven't got off the topic yet, but Catherine is going to fill the void
Hey.
You're a star. A monster. Incredible.
Merci. Merci.
You have the same?
Yeah. We
Yeah?
went through this. Oh.
Incroyable.
Well done.
The end is
It's very long.
Very long.
Oh,
Just straight ahead.
Yeah.
Just straight ahead.
oh thank you.
Let me,
Perfect.
let me take it.
Oh,
Come
thank
on.
you.
Come on.
Yeah, no, but